partnerships where young people are looked at as co-creators of solutions, leaders of innovation, and leaders who can take this country forward. So let's leave the conversation on compassion and looking at young people as a group that represents all the problems that define our country.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Very passionate Rema as always, and you know it keeps resounding the guardian syndrome, where people feel like even in the workspace or in civil society, rather than being a mentor, they are parenting you at work.
Weewaawo ndowooza gwagenda maaso n'okuba ng'otulaba era ng'otugoberera nkwebaza nnyo nze Mumbejja Luwedde Lilian era nga bw'olaba omukolo gukyatambulira ddala era nga tuli ku National Civil Society Organization Convention 2025. Tutunuulira ebiseera eby'omu maaso ate muna ebya civil society mu ggwanga lyattu Uganda. Ebintu bingi nnyo ebiri mu kugenda maaso right now bw'otunuulira technology butya bwali mu kutambula, emikutu gye mugatta abantu butya bwe tugikozeseza era nga mu bufu bwe bumu omukyala gwendi naye mu studios ye mukyala Agatha Atuhairwe. Alina ebitiibwa bingi nnyo oba oliawo nnyinza obutagenda into details of every title that she has, but she's going to be speaking to us okweyongera okutegeera emikutu gino gye mugatta abantu tusobola tutya okugikozesa ate okulaba nti tubaawo enkyukakyuka gye tuleeta especially ebitongole ebyobwannakyewa. So we tugenda okuba nga tukyambulira ate ayongera okutubuulira weewaawo ne session gye tubadde nayo ku digital tools ne butya ebitongole bino bisobola okukozesa digital tools ezo okukyusa engeri gye bakolamu emirimu but also n'okukyusa obulamu bw'abantu be bakwatako. Nkwaniriza nnyo mukyala Agatha era muza kuba tulaba.
Neyanziza ate mbabuuzaako mwena abali ku mukutu guno amanya nga bw'ayogedde nze Agatha Atuhairwe. Ebitiibwa si bingi nga bw'agambye, ndi munnamawulire ne activist. Nasoma ebyamateeka naye ebyo sibigendamu nnyo, nsigala ku court of public opinion. Kooti za wano ndowooza eza judiciary tezisoboka nnyo.
Bw'enjogera ku mukyala Agatha ndowooza abasinga mu mutegeera ababaddeko ku mikutu gye mugatta abantu mukimanyi nti abadde ku forefront bwe kituuka ku kwogera ku nsonga eziruma bannayuganda mu kulwanirira eddembe ly'obuntu n'okwogera ku nsonga ezo eziruma bannayuganda. Kakati omulabi wange ayagala okumanya mu convention eno oyitiddwa mu kitiibwa ki era obadde ozze ku addressinga nsonga ki?
Nze mbadde ndi wano as a digital activist. Kati digital activist mu Luganda osobola kyogera naye emitimbagano
obulwanirizi bw'eddembe oba omwogezi w'ensonga ng'akozesa ebikutu gye mugatta abantu.
Exactly. So kubanga kati civil society oba mainly NGOs zategedde nti you can't run away from the social media. The digital era is upon us. Bw'oba oyagala kutuuka ku bantu abangi ennyo abatasobola kulabika ku TV stations oba amawulire amalala naddala abato abavubuka. So the population ya Uganda, about 75% of it are people below 30. Kati abo abantu bateera nnyo okubeera ku gino emitimbagano okusinga kulaba amawulire ku TV oba kukwata eggulire ne basoma.
Information bamujja online.
Exactly. Bw'okolaako ku survey ogenda kusanga nti 90% of those information amawulire gonna bagajja ku Twitter, ku Facebook, ku maybe Instagram ne TikTok kati. So kati ndowooza civil society sector neeraba nti bw'oba tokozeseza ate these digital tools that are here oyinza obutatuuka ku bantu b'olina okutuukako. Kubanga nze nga nze ayogera nali mu mawulire amalala, nali journalist in the mainstream media.
Wali ku ground.
Kati eyo mainstream media nendaba limitations zaayo. Bw'owandiika story yo 1000 words togenda kufuna abantu bangi abagisomye eyo story eyo information abagifuna. So you have to find ways okuleeta information eno where people are, where the majority of the people are. So kati ekyo kyekindeese wano okubeera ne experts abalala in that digital sector ne twogerako eri aba civil society engeri gye basobola ozikozesa, tapping into them for inclusive engagement, to make sure that all Ugandans are able to share their views, and we are able to hear from them and exchange information.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And those are bwetutunuulira ku convention eno from yesterday, ebize byogera bibadde bingi nnyo, nga ebitongole ebimu byemulugunya, of course ku bureaucracy aliwo mu ngeri gye bakolamu emirimu gyabwe, amateeka mangi nnyo, actually makakkali agabanyigiriza engeri gye bakolamu emirimu gyabwe nga ebitongole by'obwannakyewa. Naye ate tulaba ebitongole era bino bikozesa nnyo era emikutu gye mugatta bantu. Biyinza bitya okukozesa platforms zino oba spaces zino okwe-influencinga policy change, because waliwo bingi nnyo, waliwo policies ezinyigiriza emirimu gy'ebitongole by'obwannakyewa oba civil society nayo n'okutwalizaamu so tusobola tukozesa emikutu gino gye mugatta bantu oba technology ono omupya zze okulaba nti we influence policy.
Nze ndowooza gino emikutu mainly gya ku informing abantu, kubanga at the end of the day abantu abalina obuyinza, the population as a collective, kati bw'ojja n'obawa information ekigenda mu maaso mu parliament, judiciary, in the entire government, kati bo ng'abantu be balina okuteeka new pressure on government they elect, kubanga bano abantu fa babalonda. It's the people that are voting them, it's the people that are paying them. Kati at the end of the day be balina okuteekako embeera that forces the government to act. So the work of the civil society then there is guaranteed to make sure that people are getting this information. So it would be like civic education of sorts, sensitizing people, appealing to them to participate in issues that concern them. Most times we are the informed ones, we are the ones that have access to this information, so it's our responsibility to give this information to the people so that they make informed decisions. And these decisions basobola ozikola in many ways, including okulonda. So bwe tuba tukozeseza resources zaffe as maybe civil society. Let me use an example of Agora where I work. Ne tubaleetera information. This MP is corrupt. This speaker is corrupt. This government is not acting on this corruption. It's you, the people, that should say, ono tatukiikirira bulungi, tatu representing in the way that we want. Because if our issues are roads and n'amadwaliro agatalina ddagala, agatalina basawo, but someone is taking, you know, the entire budget that would equip this health center for themselves, tetugenda muzaayo mu parliament. I think we've seen that mainly with NUP, the National Unity Platform. Ngabo, they have shown that they have the power to kubanga kati bw'olaba abantu baabwe be baggyeyo ababaddeyo ne bagimye. So it's different from NRM. NRM yagala cadres. Ne bw'oba okoze ki, they want to continue giving you a card until I don't know why. Kubanga bw'olaba someone like Moses Ali. So that example of NUP shows that ultimately some people have that power to say kati tetugenda kukola ki, tetugenda kulonda, tetugenda kuzaayo mu parliament kubanga totukiikiridde, you haven't addressed our issues. So I think for me that's as far as the civil society can go in ensuring changes. But also some would, through research, propose alternative policies to the government. The problem there is to a government which accepts to take this advice. Do we have it? Is there a political will? So that's how at the end of the day you focus on conscientizing the people. Nga bogamba nti if we come at it as a collective at the end of the day, and demand.
I think that there are people who are saying the civil society organizations seem to be in bed with government, a reason as to why tebavaayo boolyawo kwogera ku nsonga ezinyigiriza bannayuganda ate nga tulina platforms nga zineeno.
I think that's a suspicion that many people have. And it is a suspicion that is informed by how much work some civil societies do. How are they engaging? Naye bw'olabira ddala waliwo ensonga lwaki, because to survive as a civil society in this country is also not easy. The civic space has been shrinking and shrinking. Basookera ku donors ne babagoba nga DGF. N'abaliwo kati the individual donor entities, they have been threatened. So there are people that if you are a donor, botayagala okudiringa nabo kubanga abantu government tebaagala bwekitegeera nti odirinze nabo, you are jeopardizing many of other programs that you have. But also donors have their own interests. You don't want to jeopardize their own interests. So that's one. The other one is how they use the law. They have brought amateeka agakifuula ekizibu ennyo to sort of criticize this government and be like very critical. N'osigala ng'okola ki? The NGO Bureau and the NGO Act, I think there's even an amendment going on, have all been very tools that the government is using to hold like a rope around the NGO's neck. I was saying at issues like preservation, they decide to, try and balance. If you're trying to balance, it means that there are some things you're not going to mention. I see that every time we want to come to our discussions, discussions around these issues, and many people will say, Agora, really radical news that we don't want to be in trouble. So I think that's what people interpret as being in bed with the government. But also historically it is known that those infiltrations are there. Government is always going to have its people that are planted here and in every other sector. Nze nkugambye nali mu newsroom for a long time. Oyina journalists bamanyi they are spies in newsrooms. So even the NGO sector, how will you know what they are planning? They are running an NGO. You can even aid them start theirs, or so that they are in these spaces. They are taking to them what the NGO is planning. But for us, we look at you and think you're one of us. You go on TV and spit fire like all of us. But
the other side.
You are the other side. The only difference is that we don't have the same amount of trouble, the same amount of risk and close. So yeah.
You've talked about trouble, but also sisa kumaliriza nga sikubuuzizza kibuuzo kino. Obadde at the forefront ku campaigns ez'enjawulo. Twalaba parliamentary exhibition, twalaba march to parliament, at least somehow, somewhere, obadde ku mwanjo nnyo. Tulina abavubuka abaagala oba oli awo okukola ky'okola during this electoral season. How best can you guide them okozesa platforms zino bakozesa emikutu gino gye mugatta abantu respectively?
Nze ngamba nti buli munnayuganda abavubuka especially. I say abavubuka especially because while other people nga President Museveni and the majority of his cabinet are in the evening of their years, they don't have more than 10 years here. Fe tukyalina a long time. It works for us to make this country better. Kati there's no other way around it other than confronting the issues that are affecting us. Got the trouble I'm talking about. I've been in it a couple of times. The risks are immense. The price you pay is high. Now, what is the option? Is the option saying, let me give up so that I grow up have my old
And
age
lament afterwards.
in a dysfunctional system, have my children in a dysfunctional system where the education is dead, the health sector is dead, the road infrastructure is dead, the moral fabric and the social, you know, the social aspect of it is dead. Is that an option? So it's something I would like the young people to ask themselves.
Okay.
What type of a country do you want to grow up in? What type of a country do you want to raise children in? Unless you have an option to say, I will live in Mbera Warara or Mfune Egwange Dara, where I will call home. It's the only way you can afford to say can be vehicle.
Okay.
Now, that's not the issue. You have to be like some of us that are saying, regardless of the risks ahead,
Okay.
we are going to raise our voice. We are going to push back against impunity. We are going to push back against the lawlessness. At the end of the day, the law is on our side. The truth is on our side. The Constitution in Article 1 gives you that power. Power belongs to the people. The Constitution in Article 3 gives you that power to defend it from whoever might be violating it. So yeah, you have a right and a responsibility. And all those should, you know, override fear and selfish interests, because some young people are looking at yeah, I think that's not sustainable. The sustainable thing is that we are all working for a country that works for all of us.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Ms. Agatha,
Thank
for
you.
joining us this afternoon. Your closing remarks.
Thank you very much. I will start by apologizing. I have ended up using more English than Uganda because, yeah, I'm not a good Uganda speaker. Many people have picked that message because it is important that the young people take back their power, that the young people use all the tools at their disposal.
Okay.
Unlike long time ago when we needed to say this on a radio station to ask to call until they pick your call, or to ask an editor for space in the newspaper, now we have platforms. You know, all you need is having a smartphone, which many young people have, and using it in a way that is constructive.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Agatha. Thank you so much, our viewers, for joining us this afternoon. Tugenda okubanga ate tuwumulira mu kotudde ate eri munda okwongera okubatuusaako ebigenda mu maaso esayidi eyo. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Georgia. I think I will start off by saying that contrary to how most people think about technology, I believe that technology is like Pandora's box. It has so many opportunities, but it also has so many challenges. Digital activism is celebrated or looked at as the face of the future and how civil society should evolve. But the reality is different. Many rural youth and those of low-income status struggle to access technology, or let alone use it. So some of the strategies that we use technology as an extension. They do not replace the community engagements, but rather extend the kind of work that we do in communities and bring it onto digital platforms. That digital divide that we talk about, as civil society organizations, we should embrace it as an opportunity. It's not something that we should